Welcome to our residential studio tour. Our studio name is Photoumbra Studios, and we're located just outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. In 2003, we built our first home. We designed it with the studio in mind. However, at that time, we were just starting our portrait business and didn't really anticipate how successful it would be. And so we were trying to build as affordably as possible, and so we didn't invest in some of the upgrades that I wish we would have. So we've really had to make the very best of what we have. And as we go through the tour, we're going to share some of the tips that we've kind of learned over the years to make our space both, livable and professional. To start out, we're going to just look at the entry here. We usually place a mannequin, this little cute mannequin, on the front porch before a shoot. Sometimes we'll put balloons on her, and we put whoever we're photographing's name or the family name on the sign. And a lot of people get a kick out of that, and we've even sent the signs home with the client upon request. So the signs that we create are actually extremely affordable. In our guide, the Studio Inspiration Guide, we do a do-it-yourself explanation of this, but it's very simple and very cost-effective. And the total cost for these little chalk frames is, probably about $2. So they're definitely affordable. We have several of them throughout the studio. One of the challenges that we have faced running a studio out of our home is that our home isn't that big. We have about 3,000 square feet total, and about 750 square feet of that is used 100% for the business, and another 750 square feet is used as like a shared space between our family and the business. I'm going to start with the entryway. We have about an 8x8 area when you walk in. To the right, we have a wall of portraits and a seating area. To the left, we have our sales room. And then if you go straight, you would be going down the hall. As far as our sales room is concerned, there's some advantages and disadvantages that we've found with it. The advantage is that it's right as soon as you walk into the home. So our consultations and our sales appointments, we don't have to clean our entire house for these, and so they're very conveniently located. The negative point is that it's a non-sealed room, and it also has a large window in it, and so we're not able to do projection sales, but we've invested in a nice large screen television that we do our sales appointments on. Your sales room is probably the most important room in your home studio. So take great care in decorating this. Make sure that it's comfortable. Make sure that you are showing your different products that you offer. And make sure that they will be able to have a good view of the screen. So, when you purchase your screen or your projection or your TV, just make sure that you're getting a size that's appropriate for the distance from where they'll be seating. I wish we had more seating, but this room is only about 120 square feet, so we are limited. A lot of the furniture we actually redid ourselves. The chair that I just showed you, we designed, we just got at a secondhand store and repainted in a champagne finish, which matches the coffee table and the legs of an additional chair that we have. And we use that same material for the pillows and things like that to kind of tie everything in. I like to include some large wall portraits. These are fairly large. They're 30 by 40s and smaller, so you can get a feel for the different sizes. One of the things that we implemented that I really love is we took our sample frames. We get our items framed through Simply Color Lab, and we just took this little board that we got from IKEA, put Velcro strips up it, and the nice thing about it is it's portable. So if you do have to take it to a client's home, you can easily just load that in your car and offer it and take it in and offer your framing to them. The other thing that we make sure we do is we always provide plenty of snacks and drinks. I filmed this right after a consultation, so there wasn't too much left there, but usually it's quite an abundance of different options for them. And I think it just helps them, relax and feel comfortable and feel like they're welcome in our home. So as you continue down the hallway to the camera room, you're going to pass a couple of art niches. We've placed photographs of ourselves in these with our daughter, and we have a rule that any areas of our home that are shared business and family, that we only place photographs of our family in these areas. I love my clients, but I don't want to sit and stare at them while I'm eating dinner. So we've used this to our advantage. We created some large pieces. This one of my daughter is probably my favorite, and we always get a lot of compliments on it. And use these photographs in your home as sales tools as well. This photograph, the scale doesn't do it justice, but it's about almost a 50 by 70 inch piece. And I always get mothers very curious about, how much does that cost? Wow, that looks really pretty. So we've been actually able to sell a few really large wall portraits just because of that one sample. If interior designing intimidates you a little bit, don't worry. We found that just taking very small areas at a time and, getting pieces of furniture, a lot of our furniture is actually secondhand or refurbished, that we refurbish ourselves, and just take small areas and incorporate, similar colors, similar styles of furniture, and it makes the job a lot easier. So we've done this throughout our common areas, just created these little vignettes. People compliment us a lot on them, just how fun they are. We also use it as storage for a lot of our props. So this is the heart of our home. This is our family room as well as kitchen area. And this is the area that our clients have to pass through on the way to our camera room. So obviously, if I were to be able to design my home again, I would have opted for a separate entrance into the camera room. But, we just weren't able to do that at the time. So we've made the best of it. Like I said, we decorated with a lot of portraits in this area to inspire our clients. This is the stairway leading down to our camera room. At the bottom, we have a yellow wall to help coordinate with the yellow walls upstairs. And as the client goes down, again, this is kind of a common area, so we have some portraits of our daughter and our dog. And we added these embellishments that we had used for a backdrop at one time down the stairway. Once at the bottom of the stairway, you can turn right, and that takes you to our camera room. Our camera room is about 300 square feet, maybe a little bit over that. It's about a 12 by 25 foot area. The thing that we are probably most proud of with our camera room is that we're able to, in that 300 square feet, create 8 to 9 sets that are up semi-permanently. And then we have another 4 to 5 backdrops that we can lower down in just a matter of a couple of minutes. So we are really versatile. We can have, like I said, anywhere from 14 to 15 different sets, backgrounds available within just seconds. We have to do a lot of moving around with the chairs and things like that, but we do our best to store those just kind of on the side to keep the space open. We're a big fan of the tile walls. You can find those at decorativeceilingtiles.net. They have great products. Another thing that we've done to really maximize every inch of this space is we've used the higher points of the ceiling to store things. So these are some of our fabrics that we use, and also we have some really large 10 by 20 backdrops that we store up above as well. This is our self-made paper roll system. We have a tutorial on how to do this in our guide for under $50 or so. Adjacent to our camera room is our dressing room. As you can see, it's very small, so we've had to make really good use of all the space in there as well. One of the things that we did to make it a little bit more client friendly is we converted the bathtub to a little changing bench, and we put curtains around it to make it just kind of a nice little cozy place where they can sit down and change their clothes. We also added some props in there as well, so they can, grab different hats and makeup items. We converted the tub to a bench just by getting a piece of board from IKEA, just one of their scraps, for a few dollars, and then covered it with some nice material, and then just added pillows along the back, and then just embellished with some of those paper flowers that we had extra. Our makeup artists and hair people do use this room, so we have our own makeup sets in there and a bunch of hair supplies that they can just use. That way, in case they forget something, we have it. Our office is located just across the hall from our camera room. It's about 217 square feet, which is enough room for a couple of desks, some storage, our printer, and a packaging area. We've also built in a little bit of a desk for my daughter. She can work at, do her homework and stuff while we're working. We found some really great hanging systems at IKEA in their kitchen section. They have these little poles that you can mount on the wall, and they are the perfect size for a tissue paper. And then you can also buy hooks and just hang your bags from them. So that's about it for our studio tour. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to check out our guide, it's called the Studio Inspiration Guide, Enhancing Your Homegrown Studio. It includes 6 chapters. It's about 30 pages. We go over the client experience that you can offer from your home studio, Space Wars. We have a whole chapter on do-it-yourself tips and tricks, and keeping the bottom line in mind, which are your profits, and defining your own success. And then we have a whole chapter of our favorite things. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to visit our website, studiothoughtsauce.com, or feel free to email us directly at jake@studiothoughtsauce.com. And like us on Facebook, facebook.com/studiothoughtsauce.